Whoa, there's a start. Family, friends, fellow gamers, veterans, educators, and students. Welcome to Grumpy Gnome Gaming. Come on, birds, shut up. I am Grumpy Gnome. Let's get some grump on in Baldur's Gate, baby. This is going to be a bit of a different playthrough. We're going for the ultimate evil playthrough here. And you may have seen other evil playthroughs, but I guarantee you, you have never seen an evil playthrough like the one you're going to see here. And we are actually going to theme this playthrough into the original storyline. So bear with me, have a little imagination, and let's bring this whole thing into fruition. Let's go, single player. Actually, we can go straight to continue because I've already got the prologue started. But let me see what we got here. Single player. Let's go ahead and can we create a party? A new game? And yeah, create party. Here we go. This way I can walk you through our characters and introduce them one at a time. Character number 1, we're going to import them in. This is going to be Grecius Goldtooth. And that name may strike a bell with you if you are familiar with the Ogre Kingdoms in Warhammer Fantasy Battle. Now, Grecius, I maxed out his strength, dex, and constitution. So he's 19 strength, 18 dex, 19 constitution. And these three numbers are going to be repetitive in every one of our party members. And even though the 4 latter party members will not be able to benefit from a 19 constitution to increase their hit points, what it does do for them is it does not fatigue them as often as it would if I only maxed them out at a 16. So to me, that was important, which is why I did it. And I had the points to do so. Grecius is our only person with the 18 charisma. So he is going to be our communicator in this playthrough. So, and also his weapon proficiencies. Since in Warhammer Grecius, he carries a huge mace. And I couldn't find a huge mace in this game, so I wanted him to have something large. So I went for a two-handed sword, because in later game, there is actually a very awesome two-handed sword in this game. I also went ahead and I kicked him up to two-handed weapon style because number 1, now he crits on a 19 and 20, and also because the two-handed sword is a very wieldy weapon, his speed increases as well. And another common feature on every one of my characters is to have a ranged weapon as well. So anyway, that's him. Appearance has already been pre-selected. I am going to go with the commanding voice for him since he is one of our leaders. And his name is Grecius Goldtooth from the Goldtooth tribe. And accept. Character number 2. We are going to bring in Goldfag Maneater. Now, Goldfag Maneater is a legendary character in Warhammer. He is the leader of a group of man-eaters, and the man-eaters actually are ogres that have gone astray. They're nomadic, they're venturing, they go to other parts of the world, and they bring back really interesting and unique weapons and armor. So to show for that, I went ahead and I gave him Scimitar as his main weapon proficiency, and also included in that is the Yakizashi and the Ninjato weapons. And not so much for these two, but the Scimitar is going to play a major role in this playthrough. Once again, sporting the 19, 18, 19 up here, and these three down here don't really matter for the playthrough. And for him, I also went ahead and I gave him 2 weapon style, so he's going to be dual wielding weapons. Appearance has been pre-generated, don't need to worry about that. He is going to have a brute voice. And we're done with him, and his name is Golgfag Man-Eater. Done. Character number 3 is going to be our first cleric of the bunch. And that is going to be none other than Scrag the Prophet, also known as Scrag the Slaughterer. Now, for Scrag, he is a priest of Talos. He's gonna. All of my half-orcs are going to be neutral evil. They kind of have to be for the role that they're going to play here. Once again, sporting the 19, 18, 19 up here. These down here, I don't want to say they don't matter because the wisdom does. And what I did here is I gave him maximum wisdom for his priest spells so he can max out on those. Charisma in this game is not going to play a major factor for anybody other than Gracious. And if you know the story behind Scrag, he kind of had both of his hands chopped off. And he's not the most pleasant looking guy because he kind of hangs around with these creatures that are called gorgers. So that might actually fit him well. Anyway, those are all of the priest spells, but my main purpose for Scrag is to make him an offensive cleric. So he's going to play the offensive role for the clerics. His weapon proficiencies are going to be a warhammer and a sling, just because I give everybody a ranged weapon. Appearance has already been pre-generated. He is also going to have a commanding voice, only because in Warhammer lore, he is a legendary hero, or lord, as you can say. So that's done, and his name is Scrag the Prophet. We're done. Accept him. Character number 4 is going to be our second cleric of the bunch. And this is going to be, if I can find him, Groth One Finger. Done. Now, Groth One Finger, you really need to dig deep into Warhammer lore to find this person. But he had an incident where he kind of lost his fingers. So he's got this grumpy look on his face. Once again, Groth is a priest of Talos. The reason I chose this for both of my priests, A, is because it's evil, and B, this allows them to cast a lightning bolt once per day. Once again, he's sporting the 19, 18, 19 count here. Intelligence and charisma don't matter on him. Wisdom does matter, so I maxed him out. Those are all of the spells. And he is proficient with a mace and a sling. Appearance has been pre-generated. We're done with that. He is going to have a brute voice. And his name is Groth One Finger. Done. You're probably wondering how somebody with one finger can swing a mace. It's interesting because I would be asking that question also. Groth is going to be our defensive cleric. So his purpose in the group is for defense. Accept him. Okay. 2 fighters, 2 clerics. We need a thief. So who other than Jared the Red? So, Jared the Red, welcome to the party. He is going to be our thief character. He is also sporting the 1918-19 up here. I went ahead and I maxed out his open locks. And 5 minutes into the game, you are going to already see where this is going to pay for itself. And his proficiency weapons are right now are with a dagger and a short bow. But he will also be getting a longsword as a weapon proficiency later on in the game. But the dagger is also going to play an important role, let's say, in the first 7 minutes of the game. Appearance has been pre-generated. He's red. His voice is also going to be brutish. And his name is, of course, Jared the Red. We're done. Accept him. And finally, we're bringing in a shaman. So, oh my gosh, what did I do? No, create. We're bringing in import. Boom. In Warhammer, this would have been a fire belly. But a shaman is the closest thing that I can find to a mage here. So Morg Magmaborn is going to play the role of our fire belly in this game. But he has been kind of mind warped by the shamanic beliefs and spirits. So he also is sporting a 1918-19 up here. These numbers here do not matter too much, but for the 12, I could not go lower than 12. So 12 is the minimum score for this. Shamans, they do not benefit from a high wisdom. So it really doesn't matter, but this was a priority. Or let's just say it was a... it is a priority, actually. It's mandatory to take at least a 12 here. Appearance has been pre-generated. We're done with him. He is going to have a brutish voice also. I'm sorry for not getting creative with my voices, but this really is a brutish army. And, well, army, a brutish party. And there's his name, Morg Magmaborn. And Morg Magmaborn is, if you follow new Warhammer Fantasy Battle, I guess now they call it Old Hammer, but if you're a veteran like myself that go all the way back to the 1980s with 2nd and 3rd edition, then you shall refer to this as it is. It is Fantasy Battle, and he actually is a character model for the fire belly. Done. Accept him. Boom. And there is our party. I never showed you his weapons. He is proficient with, think of it, a quarterstaff. Why did I pick a quarterstaff? Only because the only other weapon I would probably choose for him, and I've done this before, was axes. And I gave the axes to Scrag, and I dual wielded him with them. So Scrag was a shaman. He had dual wielding axes to represent the 2 cleavers that were put onto his extremities. But you know what? The axes are not great in this game. And besides, I don't want to carry around a bunch of throwing axes. So we twisted that a little bit. Quarterstaves are much better in this game. And in the late game, there's actually some really decent quarterstaves. So our shaman here, just imagine a half-orc Yoda running around. And of course, he has a sling too. So here we go, play it. Cha-ching. I'm going to play on core rules because we're not memorizing any spells. We do not get spells with our party. So all of the scrolls that we find are actually going to help us purchase stuff that we would normally, A, would not be able to purchase, and B, is going to speed up the purchase process because our reputation is not going to be pretty. As Joan Jett would say, I don't give a damn about my reputation. And that's going to hold true in this game. So no going to the temples and giving donations. If we do any quests, it's going to be from people who we approve of. And I'll get more into that later also. So we're going to do core rules because I don't want any benefits and I don't want any penalties. And without further ado, let's get into it.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Farron. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
Awesome. Let's get into it. Now I'm going to try to walk and chew gum at the same time here. Our journal entry here says find Gorion, but we're not going to do that right away because remember we got chores to do and we're going to do them. I'm going to try to walk and chew gum at the same time. And what I mean by that is I'm going to try to narrate as we get things done.
Hide away that which should not see the sun's light.
Okay. That's probably his way of saying, hey man, I'm getting impatient. Let's get going. So I'm going to grab our party.
Yes.
And we're going to go into here. Now, the first thing we're going to do is actually a spoiler in this game. It's an Easter egg. And if you don't want spoilers and Easter eggs, you might not want to watch this. But that's really it. That's all I got to say. Over here, this is Firebead Elvenhair. And he has a quest for us, but there's also there's also an Easter egg.
Hard to find decent folk nowadays.
I do not like his voice. But you know what? We'll have to deal with it. Firebead Elvenhair, if you speak to him 30 times, he will actually dump 300 gold into your lap. And as you can guess, we are going to take advantage of that. So here we go. There's 1. So 2.
So hard to find
3,
decent folk
4,
nowadays.
5,
so hard to find
6,
decent
7,
folk nowadays.
8,
so hard to find
9,
decent folk
10,
nowadays.
11,
so hard to find
12,
decent folk
13,
nowadays.
14,
so hard to find
15,
decent folk
16,
nowadays.
17,
so hard to find
18,
decent folk
19,
nowadays. So hard to find
1,
decent folk
2,
nowadays.
3,
So hard to find
4,
decent folk
5,
nowadays.
6,
So hard to find
7,
decent folk
8,
nowadays.
9,
So hard to find
10.
decent folk nowadays.
And there it is. Cha-ching, 300 gold. Now, we are going to need this because unlike my other Baldur's Gate playthroughs, where I have very deep pockets and short arms, I don't like to buy things because I find them along the way. We are going to fully equip this party right from the beginning. The next thing that Grecius is going to do is he is going to go talk to the nobles that are in this room over here. So, whoops, not everybody. I want just Grecius.
Again, at any cost.
To go there. Now, we got a nobleman, and then we've got a noblewoman, and they are wearing a lot of fine jewelry.
No time to chit-chat.
So, step up to the heat, young one. You'll need a good fire to warm the chill stares of those monks. Most inhospitable they are. Isn't that so, lovely? And noblewoman. Oh yes, darling. They are most unstandoffish. And so we are going to make a suggestion to them. Oh, I would not let it concern you, my lady. Perhaps they are not used to the wealth such as yours. Should I have a more angry voice, since we are evil? You are quite wealthy, are you not? Bring a lot of expensive jewelry with you? Boom. And the noblewoman says, perhaps that is what it was. They may have looked as though we were showing off. I'm going back to lock my jewelry into my room, so I don't offend them. And the nobleman, like any good gentleman, would always agree with the lady. A capital idea, lovely. Perhaps I should do the same. There you go. Follow your woman. Leave the finery under lock and key whilst we brush up on our reading. I can think of no safer place than here. Ha, those are going to be, what do you want to call it? That's foreshadowing something. I doubt so much as a scoundrel would pay the book fee into this place and burgle the inn. Laughable. Yeah, we'll see who'll be laughing to the bank on that one. But here we go. Saskia, are you there? I don't know if Saskia is still here or not. Saskia she's my chat window is over there. Oh my God, you are still here. Wow. Okay, must have put the kids to bed and decided just to hang out with grumpy old me, I guess. Well, welcome. We're going to narrate through. You just want to see the murder hobo stuff happen. That's what it is. Okay, believe you me, it will. Here we go. We're going to end this dialogue. They're going to go to their room. And who better to follow them to the room
Spit it out.
than our thief, Jared the Red. So, no kids at home. Oh, all right.
Right, what's this then?
Cool. Well, I hope I can keep you entertained. So here we go. Jared the Red is our thief. Jared the Red also is our tax collector, which means that any opportunity that he gets to collect shiny things, he will in order to fund our adventure.
I'm on it.
So he's going to get into every little nook and cranny he can. He will be doing some pickpocketing in this game, and whenever we come across something locked, we are going to pick the lock. Now, here's just a little FYI for players of this game that like to bash locks with their fighters. If you have a high strength and if you bash a lock open, you do not get the 10 experience that you would get from picking it. So it's always better to send your thief to pick the locks and get the 10 experience points. Yeah, potion of clarity and some gold. Now, up here, this is the room of the two noble people. And this chest here is the reason for putting the 65 skill points into open locks. Because if you have anything less than 65, you are not going to be able to pick this lock. And no matter how much strength you have, you will not be able to bash this lock open. So we're going to come in here. It is locked. We are going to do this number and boof. This is about 1,700 gold pieces worth of jewelry right here. This star sapphire is worth 1,000 gold by itself. Okay, another spoiler coming up. And this is where we start to show a little bit of our evil intentions. And that is going to be with this noble person here. And for some reason, you know what? Noble people just don't bend us in the right direction. To get into this, we've got one of two choices. We either pick it right now and get into it, in which he calls the guards, and the guards confront us and accuse us of theft, or we eliminate the threat and then get into it. So we are going to take a bare fist because we don't want to kill this guy. All we want to do is knock him out. And we're going to give him a good punch. And as soon as he falls, we need to get on top of that chest. So here we go. Okay. Right on. Here we go. Boom. He's down. We're over at the chest. See how he still has this one blip of life left? That is good. It is locked. We're going to come here. We're going to pick it. Boom. And that just got us another... I think this is like... I don't even want to guess. It's worth a lot. There are... I don't even know if there's anything else up here. I never go here because there's another noble person and there's nothing there. So let's get out of here before our nobleman wakes up. You're Robin Hood. Yes, I am. Well, yeah, we'll call it at that. Now, a couple things he's going to do down here. He does notice that we have this little crescenda over here, crescenda. We've got some shelves over here, so he's going to run over. As a matter of fact, he is, yeah, because this is locked. We need to pick it. And believe you me, picking it for the 10 experience is worth more than... No, this is the single dagger over here. There we go. That was worth picking. And then over here, we're going to get a single dagger. And now we can get our whole group together. We're going to talk to Winthrop right here. He's the innkeeper. But you know what? We're going to stay cool with him. And I'll show you why.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Yes, you did hear correctly. This hotel is as clean as an elven arse. For those youngsters that do not know what an arse is, go ask your parents. And anyway, hello there, young one. Come to see your old pal. See, we got to put a play on this. Winthrop have you. So there's indicator number one that we've been friends for quite a while. Don't forget the 10,000 gold piece entrance fee as per Candlekeep custom, don't you know? And we've got one of three choices. That's outrageous. What kind of fool do you take me for? You know what? No, we're still cool with Winthrop because he's our old pal. You've always been the big kidder. That gets funny. We could put a little mean voice into that too. You've always been the big kidder, Winthrop. Gets funnier every time I hear it. Or we can... Do they even use the term sissy anymore? Whelp. Let's use the word whelp. We can use the whelp voice. I fear I don't have that entry fee with me. I suppose I shall return when I do. No, that is not us. We're going to do this. We're the big kidder. Because you know what? We're still cool with Winthrop. He has not done us wrong. Anyway, what do you want? This tells you what he got. I could just show you. We can either get a room, and if you were a magic user that's already cast spells, you might want to rest to regain your spells. We don't have that. You can also come over here and get drinks from him. Every time you get a drink, you'll hear a rumor, and the rumor gives you hints or clues to the storyline of this adventure. We don't want either of those. We want the weapons and the armor. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sell the stuff that we found. So we found a silver necklace. We found this 1,000 gold piece star sapphire. We got a pearl necklace here. We got the fire opal. The flame dance was worth 62. That's what was the guy that we knocked out. And we got a dagger. So there were 85 gold plus this. So it was 150 from that guy. But the fire opal and the star sapphire, those came from the noble people, and the pearl necklace. So let's sell this for another 18 in gold, which is going to kick this up nicely. Boom. So now this is how much gold we have to spend. And believe you me, we are going to be spending some gold. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to equip Grecius. And he is proficient with a two-handed sword. So I'm going to grab him one of those. Whoops, wrong person. Let's go to Grecius. Boom, there we go. And he's going to get a two-handed sword. And he has a heavy crossbow. So we're going to go ahead and grab the heavy crossbow. And we're going to need some bolts. So in this game, 12 is the magic number. So we're going to kick this up to 12. We're done. I'm going to get him the nicest armor that he can get for now, which is the splint mail. Boom. And I didn't show you this, but he is a barbarian. He's not a fighter. And barbarians in 2nd edition Dungeons & Dragons can only wear a maximum of splint mail. More on armor class later, because this is going to go back into my edition when I used to play. So he's got his armor, he's got his two-handed sword, he cannot wield a shield, but we're also going to get him a helmet, because the helmet protects against critical hits against him. Got that, we got that. He's ready to go. 268, buy it. Next comes Golgfag. Golgfag he is proficient with the scimitar. And scimitars are actually, I want to say they're the second most expensive weapon next to the katana. Even a two-handed sword, which I can't even see right now because we bought the only one he had, a two-handed sword costs less than this. But we're going to get him his scimitar, and we are going to get him a composite bow, which is his ranged weapon. We're going to go ahead and get him his arrows. What's the magic number? 12. Boom. And we are going to buy him the second best armor that we can. And we're going to get him a helmet as well. Now, he is already proficient with dual wielding. So what I'm thinking about doing for him, we don't need to do this, but just as a secondary weapon, the Ninjato, I have a feeling, let's play him out to his flavor and dual wield him. I mean, 17 gold is nothing. And he is ready to go. He's coming in at 356. But you know what? We've got the gold. Scrag, my man. We're going to do something different with Scrag. Scrag is proficient with a hammer, but we're not buying the hammer yet. What I am going to get for him is his sling, and I'm going to buy him his bullets. Remember our magic number, 12. We're done with that. And I am already going to get Scrag some chain mail as well. After all, he is an offensive cleric. And I'm going to actually get him a shield. And I'm going to get him a large one. Boom. He can wear a helmet also, so that'll be good. And now he is ready to go. Buy it. Next comes Groth, one finger. Groth is he is proficient with a mace. So we'll get him his mace right now, even though he's not going to need it. We're just giving them flavor right now, so to say. He also has sling. He also gets bullets, if I can find them. Oh my gosh, did we, there they are. I was going to say, we can't run out of bullets. 12 is the magic number. Boom. And he is going to have to get the studded leather. He also is going to get a shield. And he's going to get a helmet. And he is now ready to go. Isn't that a much nicer number than the 300 and 200 of our fighters? Just making sure that he's got everything he needs. Helmet? Check. Armor? Check. Bullets? Check. And check. He's good to go. And he's got his mace. Buy it. Jared, my man, the thief. What are we going to get for you? Well, I'm not getting you a dagger. Because remember, I told you 5 minutes into this game, we're going to see what the dagger is for. Actually, I think I said 7 minutes. So we're not getting him a dagger, but we are going to get him a short bow. And we're going to buy him some arrows. We don't need a lot for him. As a matter of fact, 20 will do him well for now. We're going to give him studded leather. And I almost, I don't want to get a buckler for him. Do I? Because I will be dual wielding him as well. But that's going to be much later in the game. So maybe this one here. I mean, I really like this one. But that looks like it goes on somebody who's wearing metal armor. I'm going to take this one here. I don't know if I've ever done this before. And he cannot wear a helmet. So he's good to go at 72. And I'm going to explain why I only bought him one quiver of the arrows later on too. Morg. Morg is our shaman. So what does he get? Well, he starts with a quarterstaff, so he doesn't need it. He is going to be a sling-wielding individual that is going to need bullets. 12 is his magic number. And he is also going to get studded leather. Did we buy studded leather for Jared? I don't know. And it looks like our shaman can actually carry a shield. That is interesting. You know what? We'll do it. Because the sling is going to be his major weapon for a while. Oh, we can't do large or that. But he can get a buckler. And that one, that color pattern there kind of matches what he's wearing. So we'll get him a buckler. And a helmet. Yep. Boom. Buy it. Okay, we're done buying stuff. Now I just want to make sure that we got Jared his leather. We did. Awesome. We're done here. Boom. Now before we carry on, what we need to do is we need to equip our people. And for those of you that already know this game, this is probably something you're just going to want to fast forward through. But I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. So here we go. Helmet, put it on. Armor, put it on. Bolts, yes. Bolts, yes. Bolts, yes. See, there's where the 12 is the magic number comes from. Because if you divide 12 by 3, it's 4. So 4 times the 20 gives you the 80, 80, 80. As Kendi would say, there's grumpy math for you. Two-handed weapon. Yes, you are now the primary weapon that he's going to use. He will need this later. And for now, there's your ranged weapon. What I'm going to do here is I am actually going to take one bolt and put it down there. And hopefully this trick works. I don't know if it will, but we're going to find out. And yeah, there is something that I wish I would have done, and I'm going to see if I could still do it. But anyway, he's done. Let's go to Goldfag. Goldfag, there's your armor. Oh, we should also talk about armor as long as we're at it. Arrows, arrows. I come from the edition of 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons, and the way 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons works is the lower your armor class, the harder you are to hit, or also the better armored you are. In today's 5th edition, it's the opposite. The higher your armor class, the better armored you are. Now, you can see that with the chainmail on, I am an armor class of 1. If I remove the chainmail, boom, my armor class becomes a 6. So that is how much this reduces his armor class. So lower armor class, better in this game. To all you veterans out there that played 2nd edition, let's get our grump on. Also, I've got a -4 to my armor class because of my high dexterity. Let's get it on. Here we go. Next contestant, Scrag. Put your helmet on. Armor. Shield. Bullets. And sling. He's ready to go. Next. Boom. Shield. Helmet. Armor. Bullets. 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 Mace first, and now sling. Oops. That's right. You know what? I'm actually going to leave his mace down here, because by the time he uses it, he's going to be out of this area. And you know what? I'm almost wondering if we're going to find this as soon as we leave Candlekeep. Never even thought about what awaits us outside the walls. Okay, Jared, you've got a couple scrolls that you cannot use. As a matter of fact, nobody can use them. So I'm going to give our scrolls to... I should give them to the shaman to hold on to. Okay, Buckler, you've only got 20 arrows, but there's a reason for that. There's your armor. There's your short bow. And I really like to give potions to the doctors or the clerics. And you know what? I think I am going to give these to the shaman, because he is the closest thing to a mage that we have. You know what? We're ready to go. It just got bright outside, so I'm kind of blinded right now. But let's get into this. Here we go. Journey onward. Okay, grab our party.
What is the plan?
And what I wanted to do, and I don't think I can do it. I think you are going... I wanted to change his spells. And by golly, I'm going to have to wait. But I'm going to tell you what's going to be one of the most important spells for Scrag is going to be Detect Evil. It might not be a big spell, but it is going to play into our storyline. Trust me. Here we go. Collect
You
our group.
require aid?
Yep, and here we go.
Yes.
See this green guy that was right there? There's another green guy here. The reason those green guys are there is because those are the tutors of the game. They will help you along if you've never played this game before. And you're going to notice that this tutor here is placed in the clockwise position, which, if you are a new player, that is the direction you're going to want to go. The only problem...
Hide away that which should not see the sun's light.
Thanks, Greg. The only problem with going in this direction is you're going to find a quest, and then you have to go back and do it, and then find a quest, and then go back and do it. We're going to go this way, counterclock, and we're going to use the expanding triangle
At any cost.
as our formation because this clears more fog of war. So we're just going to make our way around. There actually is nothing up here of interest, so we're not missing anything there. We're going to come down to here. His barbarian ability to move fast is both a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because if he needs to get into hand-to-hand combat or get to something fast, it will do it for him. It's a curse because he's always going to run in front of the rest of the party, which can actually put him into danger. So go figure. I guess another nice thing about keeping him in the front and having him run ahead is if he does trigger an enemy, then the enemy will only focus on him and not the rest of the party initially. Barrel here, yes, we want to check these. There's our 8 gold pieces for that. These have nothing in them. There's another barrel here that has nothing. And surprise, surprise, this chest is going to have 15. But before we do that, we need to get into here. And I'm going to show you what the Detect Evil was for. This is... No, my bad. I'm ahead of myself. These are the barracks. Quest number 1. This is Fuller. Fuller is like the captain's guard over here. Guard of the captain. Captain... You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, let's talk to Fuller.
Agreed.
I should have joined the army.
Ugh, what a mug-filled night, a mead-filled night. That hole was too much. Poor sap had to go guard the gates this morning. Don't know how he does it. Anyway, what can I do for you? Remember, we're doing chores right now. So just wondering if you had any errands that I could run. Doesn't sound like we're evil. Trust me. There's a storm on the horizon. Errands, yes, actually, I need a quarrel of crossbow bolts. Can you get them from Winthrop? Well, gee, I've already got them for you. So here we go. We're going to end the dialogue. Now we're going to see, we got the journal entry, errand. And if you ever want to check your, oh man, I'm in the chat box right now. But right up here, there's a little button with a journal on it. If I can remember for future games, I will move my chat box over so you can see these buttons. But trust me, there's a journal button. If you do this, this tells us all of our journals. And then when we complete them, like we're going to do right now.
I should have joined the army.
Thanks, kid. I hear tell you might be leaving. I hear tell you. Okay. Maybe you've heard that we're going to be leaving. Watch your back out there. Okay, here, let me give you this dagger. My father killed a hobgoblin with it once many years ago. Stabbed him right in the back, he did. Okay, that says a lot for your father. It ain't a broadsword, but it'll do in a pinch. And this is one of the not the first benefit, because the first one came from the noble people, but this is another benefit to having an 18 charisma. Because now we got this dagger here. We lost a bolt. I'm going to check to see if, did he take one or did he take a whole quiver? Oh my God, he took the whole quiver. Shoot. Okay, well, put that one back. See the blue hue around this? This indicates that this is a magic dagger. And Saskia, if you are still there, you're probably wondering why I'm going through all of this for the second and third time. That is because I was rudely interrupted by OBS in my last recording. I got 2 hours, an hour and a half, 2 hours into the recording, and OBS restarted itself. So I lost it. So I'm going to try to get through a 2-hour recording today. So for those of you that are seeing this for the first time on Twitch or for the first time on YouTube, let's get through this. Blue hue means it is a magical item. Now, it could be a beneficial item or it can be a cursed item. So rule of thumb, if you do not know what it is, do not equip it on your people. For me, it's the first time. Oh, good. So none of this is going to be repetitive. Okay, I already know what this is. And remember, I did not buy Jared a dagger. I'm going to give this dagger to Jared. And right now, to hit something with this bow and arrow, I didn't even have another dagger for him. But anyway, his base to hit something right here is a 20. Here, let's give him this weapon. Boom, boom. See, right now he needs a straight 20 to hit something. But if we give him this dagger, now he needs a 16. Because this dagger is actually a +1 dagger. And I knew that, which is why I didn't buy him one. But if you've never played this game before, don't do as I do. Let's get back into the game. So we're done with Fuller. We've got everything from him. Now what we need to do is go over here to Hull's chest.
Think carefully.
And we're going to get Hull's sword because he hastily forgot it when he went on his watch. And this antidote is also going to come in handy.
Yes.
Got our group.
Yes.
Here we go. Let's get out of here. Now,
yes.
The reason I wanted detect evil, there's nothing in here, in case you're wondering. Here it is. And we could check here for 15. We'll take it. But
again,
come back here. Needed. And as we get ready to go into this room, the reason I wanted the detect evil is because I cannot tolerate evil people. And if we go into this room, and see, we don't need it yet, but it'll play itself into this as we go on.
I have a blade with your name on it.
Okay, I purposely paused it right there because you heard what he just said. So this is Hobos. And because he already has a blade with our name on it, we're not going to deal with this guy. We're just going to, you know what? You picked the wrong party to mess with. Number one, you shouldn't be here. We don't recognize you. And I'm going to do the dialogue on him just to do it. But we're going to drop him before he even has a chance to take a swing at us. So what I'm going to do with him is engage this guy into conversation. Why do you have a blade with my name on it?
Think carefully.
Oh my gosh, and he approached us. Okay, here we go. Hey there, you're Gorian's little whelp, aren't you? Yeah, you match the description. You don't look so dangerous to me. Really? I'm 2/3 taller than you. I'm 2/3 stronger than you. And I brought 5 of my brothers along on this trip. Okay. Anyway, what business is that of yours? I am. Do I know you? Or I am his child, if that's what you mean. No, no. Yeah, what business is that of yours? I'll make it my business if and I please. Just thought I'd have a look at you for myself before I put your blade into your gullet. Now, interesting. So we're going to go ahead and end this dialogue. Boom. When things turn hostile, it automatically pauses so you can get all your battle plans ready. I think everybody right now has a ranged weapon ready to go.
Spit it out.
Yeah.
Again?
Yep.
Spit it out.
Yep.
Spit it out.
No. Did we not equip him with his sling? We did not. Boom. Boom. He's running around naked. Boom. 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 Put that over there. Put that over there. See, once again, red means we can't use it. And boom. There we go. That gives him a little bit more protection. And Jared, you are going to use that. Now, as much as I would love to go in with my two-handed sword, I think I'm going to, because I would love to go in with my two-handed sword and just fillet this guy like the fish he deserves to be. Back to the game. Boom. Here we go. So I'm going to select everybody.
What is the plan?
We're going to drop him before he can even take a swing at us. Boom. And
get over here.
Boom. There he goes. Now, the only thing in this room that's worth taking is the dagger that Hobos has on him. And rather than use my little finder here to find that little dagger, I'm going to click this red triangle, and that's going to show everything that's on the floor. And who's going to pick it up? You know what?
You rang.
You can start collecting stuff.
You require at any cost.
Nope. Where's my door? Where's my door? Ah, where's my door? There it is. Boom. Out we go. Let's move
As
on.
needed.
Okay, the gate warden is going to have a talk with us.
Our rules are very strict.
So, hello there. Thought I should tell you that Garion's been looking to talk to you, Grecius, and all of his friends. That's all of these guys. You should go talk to him as soon as possible. Thank you very much, but I am doing my chores right now.
Something on your mind?
You should watch yourself carefully. There's been some strange men asking about Grecius. Good to know. I think we just met one of those strange men. Next stop, the infirmary, also known as the hospital. Now, there's 2 people of interest in here. You got the priest right here, and you've got the reader, who I don't see right now, but there's a reader someplace in this room. If you tell the priest that you're not doing well, he'll give you a potion of healing, which
As needed.
will do.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Awesome. And this is the reader right here. So, are you sick? You don't look so sick, but you never can tell. So, do you want a potion? No or yes, that would be nice of you. We'll take the potion. Now, we could pick this lock here. The problem is with these 2 running around, the chances are very likely that one of them is going to see us, call the guards, and it's not good from there. So you know what? We're going to take our single potion and we're just going to meander out of here. Next stop.
With caution.
Let's talk to Hull. Right over here. This is the guy who got a little bit plastered the night before, had to go on watch. So, hey, kid, woke up this morning, left my sword in the barracks. See, once again, it's going in this direction. If you want to get it for me, it's in the chest at the foot of my bed. Quick now, before the gate warden catches me without it. You can also find an antidote there. I think Dreppen needs one for old Nessa. Now, here's an interesting thing. If you look at Hull... Oh, actually, it's a quarterstaff that he's carrying. I always thought it was a sword, but I guess it is a quarterstaff. So anyway, we got his sword. So let's give it to him. Thanks, kiddo. Gorion didn't bring you up half bad, did he? You're a lucky one to be around here. So he's going to give us 20 gold pieces, which, believe it or not, because of our 18 charisma, that is actually more gold. And this is actually a nicer dialogue than he would tell another person or give another person that didn't have the 18 charisma. So, we're moving along. We're done with Hull. Moving on now. Next stop is going to be the storeroom. Yeah, we're going to talk to our good old dwarven friend, Rivar.
By Moradin's hammer!
Oi! I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of the building yesterday already. Hop to it, get in. I don't know why I would associate Reaver to have a Scottish accent. But by golly, I love him for it. Here we go. All right. So we were supposed to clear these rats out earlier. I guess we got to go in there. One thing we don't know yet is that there is an iron shortage going on. I gotta just do something with my back here. Ugh. There's an iron shortage going on in town right now. And regular weapons, also known as mundane weapons, they have a better chance of crumbling or breaking. And you notice that we bought the two-handed sword, we bought a mace, and I don't want to risk losing any of those weapons. So that is the reason I kept the quarterstaffs. So we're going to go in there with the quarterstaffs and get rid of the rat infestation that our friend Rivar has. Now, Jared has a magic weapon. The magic weapons are not affected by the iron shortage or iron corruption, shall we say. So he can keep his dagger. And there we go. Now let's grab everybody. And we're going in for the kill.
Carefully.
Come on, guys. Don't all crowd in there. There's enough room for everybody. If for some reason you get into a jam like this, all you simply got to do is pull everybody back. Come on, guys. Figure it out. And then send them back in again. And hopefully they'll figure it out. There they go. Okay, we got 5 rats in here. The interesting thing, there's also 2 cats. The murder hobo in me would say kill the cats after you killed the rats because they didn't do their job. The cats got us in trouble. But we're still good for the time being. So I'm going to go, oh no, I didn't want to do that. So those 2 people are going to do that. These 2 in the front are going to go on him. These 2 are going to go there. Boom. Okay, that was quick work. So now let's grab these 2 here, up here, and grab these 2 here, right here.
None stand against me.
And the rats are dead. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to take Jared. No, let's take Scrag.
What is the plan?
Yeah, there's something over here that he wants. You know what, doggone it, maybe Jared's going to...
As needed.
Oh, no, Jared.
You right.
No.
Spit it out.
I'm on it.
Get the ring. Jared has an eye for shiny things. So somehow that ring was talking to him. Boom. Okay, grab
What is the
everybody.
plan?
We could kill the cats and not have any penalty against us. I'm tempted to do it. Saskia, should we kill the cats or shall we let them live to see another day? I'm waiting to see if it's kill. No, I like cats. Okay.
As needed.
The cats shall live to see another day. Now, remember what I told you about dwarves having deep pockets and short arms? Check out this awesome reward that Reaver's going to give us.
With
By
caution.
Moradin's hammer.
Ah, yes, kill them like the rats they are. The glorious battle unlike this world has ever seen. Here's 5 gold pieces. Don't spend it in one place. Gee, thanks, Reaver. I'll be sure not to spend it in one place. Anyway, that's going on. Oh, and now I can show you in the journal how things get updated. So, Reaver's storeroom, it'll say finished. An errand for Fuller, finished. Whole sword, finished. So, if ever you get distracted in this game and you don't know what your quests are, you can always go to your journal and it'll tell you if it's finished or not. So these guys here, they're going to train you in combat if you choose to accept it.
You require aid?
Nope, we don't want it. Up here, this is one of many temples that you're going to see in the game. The Temple of Agama. Now, the temples, you can give them donations to increase. We'll talk to them. What the heck?
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
I'm pleased to see that you've taken the time to pay tribute to the wise Agma. Actually, we're not going to pay tribute. I was wondering what you had to offer at this temple. And just to show you guys what you can do at a temple, you can give a donation. And for every 100 gold pieces that you donate, your reputation will go up by 1. We're not donating. Over here, this is where you can get your healing if you need healing for any party members. Here, you can actually buy some potions to help you along. But actually, we're going to acquire our own potions along the way. And if you need items identified, here are your identify items. And it does cost, I think it's either a set value of 100 to, I think it is. It's a 100 gold will identify the item for you. We may be doing a lot of that. So anyway, we're not going to do anything here. Let's move on. Over here, this is Dreppen. And remember, Dreppen had poor Nessa over here, the cow. She's got the problem. Let's talk to Dreppen.
What do you need?
So Philidia left a book here again. So Philidia has been here before. It's in the hay over there besides the cow. Why would Philidia have a book in the hay? And how would Dreppen know about this? I'll let you guys ponder that one for a while. If I can give her her book back and come back, he's got some plans for us. All right. So there is Philidia's book. We'll go get it. It is the book of Halrua. So anyway, now we could go run the book to Philidia and then come back and talk to Dreppen, but let's go ahead and take care of Dreppen's quest right now.
What do you need?
So, nice day, ain't it? Too bad Nessa here ain't enjoying it, though. She's been sick. Need to get her one of them potions of antidote off a hull. Well, guess what, buddy? We already got it. So, here we go.
What do you need?
Cha-ching. Hey, you're a wonder, Yar. Stick with me and we'll go far. Well, okay, stick with me and we'll whatever, never leave the walls. Well, we're leaving anyway. So anyway, boom. Drepping the cow, we gained 50 experience, we lost the antidote, and everybody is happy. Let's move on.
Agreed.
Okay, the priest quarters. Now, remember Carbos, our assassin friend? It's gonna happen again. So, this is Carbos's brother, Shank. He also is an assassin, and if I had the detect evil, I would have known this. But we're going to let this play out, so I'm going to play the dialogue, and we're probably going to have the same reaction we had before. So here we go. I am going to talk to you.
As needed.
And look at that. Now, so that's what I needed to do before. This holds him where he's at, which makes our ranged weapons that much more effective. Oh, goody, goody. I've gone and found ye first. You are the ward of Gorion, no doubt. Well, I am. What can I do for you? I do not recognize you. Who are you? And what are you? What's your what? Too much dialogue. An orc would never go into that much dialogue. Leave me be. I have pressing matters I must attend to. Well, since we don't know who this person is, I'm going to do the leave me be part. Far be it from me to keep you from your pressing matters, but I must insist a moment of your time. The last moment, actually. I apologize for this, but I'm on a rather light schedule. Yes, he's got a blade with our name on it. So anyway, we're going to end the dialogue. He's going to turn hostile. And the first thing I'm going to do is go back to all of our party people here and get them their ranged weapons.
You require aid?
Yep.
Go on then.
And?
You rang.
Yep.
You rang.
Yep. Okay, there we go. And everybody now, oh, and you need to
Again?
Go to your two-handed sword because you want to fillet this guy. Boom. And can we drop him before he swings?
Get over here.
Ooh, he did get a swing off on us, but I think we kind of filleted him also. No, Morg. Morg hit him with a bullet. Awesome. Okay, this room's got a little more stuff in it. So this is a room that actually Jared is going to get excited over. On the floor is the dagger. So you know what? He'll pick it up. What the heck? But we're going to start looking at everything else in the room. And if you don't want to scroll over every single thing, hit the tab button. Boom. Tab will illuminate everything that you can interact with. So we're going to start over here.
For now.
No, not you. I want... Okay, everybody find a corner. There we go. Jared.
Go on then.
Come with me.
Right, what's this then?
A locked chest. That's what it is. Open. Awesome. A lousy dagger. There's nothing in here. But we do have 8 gold here. And there's nothing until we get to there. There's nothing in here. But the person who's interested in this is actually Scrag the Prophet.
Think carefully.
And there's his hammer. Boom. Now he has his weapon of proficiency. And that's that room.
What is the plan?
Plan is to move on.
As needed.
Okay. Well, once again, they are in single file order. Parta. Y'all should watch yourself carefully. There's been some strange men asking about Grecius. Well, that's good to know. Look at this. They are like lined up for inspection here. Make sure everybody's got their haircuts. That brings me back to my naval days. Inspection. Wow. Anyway, moving on. Let's go, guys. Let's go talk to Philidia.
Carefully.
Philidia. Give her her book and ask her what has she been doing in the hay with Dreppen.
Hello there.
Hello there. Have you seen my copy of The History of Harua anywhere? I know, I just can't stand the constant shuffling of arthritic feet up in the library, so I thought I'd get a bit of fresh air east of here. Oh, I hate being so absent-minded. Please, if you don't mind, I really need it back. So, Philidia was in the hay with Dreppen. She left her book there. So, girl, you left the evidence behind. Anyway, it just so happens we got your book. My book! Oh, you remind me of Gorion when you grin like that. Raising? Okay, I don't know what you're seeing in my grin other than some long teeth. But anyway, here we go. And we get a lynx eye gem. Now, I don't know if that is specific to our 18 charisma or not, but we'll take it. We have got one more quest to do, and I'm actually going to send out Grecius on his own because he runs faster than the rest of the group. But
You require aid?
Yeah, we need to
Agreed.
get into the courtyard to find Tethtoril. Because Tethtoril has the scroll that Firebead wants. And he should be right around here someplace.
Greetings, young one.
There he is. So Firebead sent you to me, hasn't he? Very well. Return the scroll to him. But then you must hurry to speak with Gorion. He is waiting for you at the steps. Good to know. Boom. Okay, so we got a scroll of identity. Now, the scroll can actually be kept by your party member, and there's no penalty for keeping it, except that you will not get the experience for turning it in. And yeah, these voices here, the voice of the East and the West, those were the group of chanters down here. For those of you that are just curious about this. Apparently, these are really high-level mages. And this is their dialogue down here. Voice of the South, when the shadows descend upon the lands, our divine something. The great host will come from the east like a plague of lotus.
In the year of the turrets, a great host will come from the east like a plague of locusts. So saith the wise Alondo.
So they're kind of prophesizing things that are going to happen. Thank you for that. Okay, so anyway, we have completed all the quests in Candlekeep. There is one other thing that we could have done, and we could have had somebody teleport us into a cellar or a basement for some mass combat, but because we have already got our full party, we don't need it.
Agreed.
What we're going to do right now is we're going to go back to Firebead. We're going to give him the Identify scroll, since we can't use scrolls with our party. And let's actually get everybody around for this joyous moment. Let's give him his scroll.
So hard to find decent folk nowadays.
Okay, yes it is. I'm glad to see that it hasn't hardened your heart towards an old man such as myself. I'll take all the Identified, like we're really going to have more than one, and put it to good use. Here, let me allow to cast a little spell on you. It'll protect you from evil you might meet tonight. So he already knows what's going on. By the way, Elven Firebead, he is a very high level wizard. Would not be a good idea to cross him. So anyway, here we go. There's our spell. Let's get our party.
Yes.
We could go to Winthrop and sell what we've got, but instead, this is going to be quick navigation here. By clicking on the N compass, you can simply square an area you want to go to and click your cursor there, and the party will auto track to that area. That way we're not doing click, 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 click all around. Now notice how he's running out in front of everybody.
It's me, Emmeline.
Emmeline. She's probably the third. No. She's the second most annoying person in this game. If you caught any of her dialogue. Anyway, I'm surprised that stuffy old Gorion let you away from your studies and chores. That old fiddle-faddle snuck off to old Puffin Guts Winthrop was looking for me. I've got all day to do his chores. You probably have time for a story today. No, can't tell you don't. Anyway, all I'm going to say is, doesn't Emmeline remind you of somebody else that enjoys calling people names? And that's all I'm going to say about that. I'll let you try to figure out who I'm talking about. Anyway, so I'm afraid I cannot chat today, little one. My boss. So Emmeline is a good person. She hasn't done us wrong. And she's been a long friend of ours as long as we've been here. I'm sorry, child, but I cannot tell anyone where I'm going. I must go. You should not tarry about either. Winthrop will want the beds. Okay, so we're kind of pulling rank on her there. Leave me be. I've no time to waste. I would not do that to her. We're still on good terms with her. So, I think I'm going to use this more commanding voice. And a lot of you are saying, yeah, you're just playing your male machismo on her, you know, taking advantage of the girls or of the women. That's not the way it is. I'm using my masculinity, but that's not true. I'm afraid I can't chat with you, little one. My foster wishes me to prepare for it. I'm going to go with this one. Even though it sounds worse than the first, it's more half-orcish. If you say so, sure, you picked up a lot from old Gorion. He never tells it straight neither. Good luck on your trip, or I mean, good luck with whatever you're doing. How did she know about our trip? Wait, what do you know about my journey? Gorion has said little to me and less to anyone else. Sounds like you've been nosing about. I'm going to go with the shorter dialogue just because we're half-orcs. Oh, I know. Old stick in the... There we go with the name calling again. Stick in the mud daddy is. All worried about nothing. Better go now. Is she going to pull one more name out of here? Old Mr. G's private letters. Okay. We're done with her. That is Emmeline. And Emmeline is based... She is the first recruitable... You'll find out in a minute. NPC that we're going to meet. Testoro, go to Gorion and listen well, for without knowledge, life is a mere shadow of death. So anyway, this is Gorion right here. We'll wait for the rest of our party to catch up. And now let's listen to the wise old Mr. G.
Oh, my child, I am glad I have found you.
Now, this is the guy who raised us since we were an orphan, and he was nice enough to not only bring us into Candlekeep, but he also brought our 5 brothers in with us. And now we're going to start finding out what he saw in us. This is very unnerving, I know, but you got to trust me. It's been very important. You pack up your possessions that we can leave immediately. Hurry, there's no time to tarry. The keep is well protected, but it's not invulnerable. Okay, I'm ready to go now, or I need more time. I need more time. What could harm us here, or what should I bring? Nope, we're ready to go because we thought ahead. Cutscene.
Listen carefully. If we ever become separated, it is imperative that you make your way to the Friendly Arm Inn. There you will meet Khalid and Jahira. They have long been my friends, and you can trust them. Don't worry, child. The night can only get worse, so we must find shelter soon. Don't worry. I will explain everything as soon as there is time. Wait, there is something wrong. We are in an ambush. Prepare yourself.
You're perceptive for an old man. You know why I'm here. Hand over your ward and no one will be hurt. If you resist, it shall be a waste of your life.
Oh, we have to continue. Now, this armored figure right here, we're going to encounter this figure later in the game, actually end game. If this were some type of an MMORPG, this would be the boss fight. Spoiler alert, this is Saravok, and Saravok, I'm not going to tell you who he is, but he is the main character. He is the main antagonist in the storyline. Let's move on.
You're a fool if you believe I would trust your benevolence. Step aside and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
Continue.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, old man.
Believe me, he's not sorry. He is not sorry for anything.
Get out of here.
I go to sleep. Thank you. All right. Saskia, thank you so much for hanging in there with me. What has it been? Wow. 4 hours and 30 minutes. No. 5 hours and 30 minutes. Plus the off time. So Saskia, oh my gosh, you are a legend. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me.
Dawn is especially cruel this morning.
And tolerating me.
You awake with the realization that you have not been living some horrible dream. Ambushed, you saw Gorion cut down before
I'll see you tomorrow.
eyes, and even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was his wish that you flee, but that does not remove the feeling of helplessness that now overwhelms you. Hand over your ward, the armored fiend had said. He was after you and you alone, but why? If only Gorion had given some clue. But now you are alone and lost. Candlekeep is near, but you will find no quarter there. The readers pay for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules, and without Gorion's influence, their doors will remain closed. You will not last long on your own with your meager equipment. Perhaps you can get some help from the friends Gorion mentioned. The ones at the Friendly Arm.
Okay, well, Saskia, if you have already left us, you're going to miss this part here. But because of what just took place with Gorion, the murder hobo starts now. And it is our quest to cut down everything evil.
Hey, it's me, Emmeline.
She's not evil. It is our quest from now on to eliminate all the evil in this game, which is why I wish I had that detect evil spell. As a matter of fact, if for no other reason than to have a second cleric, I am just going to load them up with detect evil, and we are going to eliminate all the evil from this game. No questions asked. So, Gorion getting cut down, that just messed our minds up so badly that is our quest in this game now. Anyway, sorry I followed you. I can't get out. They're so boring there. So she snuck out. But you know what? To play this, we could recruit her at this moment, which we're going to do for a second. We're going to bring her in. How could I have known Grind didn't tell me? I don't want you looking over my shoulders. Take your nosy self back. No, we're not going to say that to her because she's good to us. But what we're going to do, I accidentally read the letter on the desk. She's honest. So I'm going to take Morg out. I'm going to bring her in real fast.
You're a queer fellow.
And that's why she's the second most annoying person in this game. That one line right there. So I am going to go ahead and stack those, give those to Jared, which is why I only bought him 20. He's going to, you know what? You're collecting weapons. Now we got potions of healing. So you get one. I'm going to feel like Oprah here. And you get one. And you get one. And an oil of speed is going to go to Jared the Red. And we've got us a wand of magic missiles. How appropriate would it be to only give this to, and we got to put him back in the group here. We're going to give it to Morg Magmaborn because he is now going to shoot magic missiles at people. So, Emoen, thank you for catching up to us and making sure that we are fully equipped. However, I think we're done with you. So we're going to go ahead and remove you. Yes, and done.
What you want?
And just like that, but with friends and everything. Best friends for years, I guess. I guess I'll just wait until you need me again. And she actually will wait here if we ever want her back in our group again. But who we do want back in our group is Magma. So
again?
Yes, and yes.
Yes, go on then.
So you want me back? Yes, we do. And there's our party. And I think the first place that we're going to look at before we start clearing this map, how much time do we have? 27 minutes, we can clear this map. The first place I want to go to is actually the ambush site, because I'm curious to find out how many of the weapons that we purchased could we actually find on the ground. Boom, there's my map. There is the ambush site. And remember what I said? You can simply put the little green square right there. Come over here, and I'm going to click right in the middle of all of this. Right there. And let our people...
hide away that which should not see the sun's light.
Let our people... Come on, guys. Come on up here. Here they come. Now, out of that ambush, you can see we got a pile of stuff here. There's a pile of stuff over here. There's a pile of stuff over here. And there is Gorion and his body over here. So what we're simply going to do is we're going to take advantage of everything that's on the ground and just pick it all up. So we got a morning star, we got a bow, got some gold, got some leather, got a sword, got some more gold. We got a belt that's magical. We have a letter. And we got a dagger. We've got gold, and we got a ring. Now, is that everything? It sure looks like it. So if you're curious to see, let's pause for a second. If you're curious to see what the letter says, I'm not going to read it all, but it is a letter from, should we call him E, or should I just spoiler alert? This is from Elminster. And please forgive the abruptness for which I write. This is Elminster letting Gorion know that there is trouble about. Let me see if I can kind of narrate this. So you guys can pause and read. Matters are going to get worse. We got to do something. Despite his desire to stay neutral, the darkness may be equally threatening. Okay, fighting chance at this point. Okay, should anything go awry, do not hesitate to seek aid from travelers along the way. Luck be with us all. I'm getting too old for this, and it is Elminster. Boom. Okay, that's good. This belt here, I already know what it does. It doesn't really benefit us up here. This will benefit us more in the south. Now, an interesting thing in this game, the further south you go, the colder it gets, except for a set of islands that are to the north and offshore. But this will come in handy when we're in the south. Let's move on. Ambush site. Now, I am going to go ahead and clear this entire area. This is kind of boring because
What is the plan?
there's really only 3 things that we're going to encounter on this map, and those are gibberlings, which they're a dime a dozen. There's the wolves, and the wolves could be a challenge for single people parties, single players. But for us, a wolf is no big deal. And there are black bears, which are actually neutral unless provoked. And we're going to provoke them. Anyway, when you come to the edge of the map, you'll see the little cartwheel. If you click on the cartwheel, it will take you to the next region. Now, it just so happens this region doesn't go anywhere right up here because this is Cloakwood. And Cloakwood does not open until chapter 5 in the story. So we're going to remain where we are.
Yes.
And we're just going to kind of clear the area as we go. Now, although I've got a hatred for evil people at this point in time, I don't know, and I kind of wish Saskia was still here so I can tap her mind to see if do we take our anger out on noble people, or do we just tolerate noble people? And I'm almost leaning towards just tolerating them and saving our aggression for evil-only people. So we will leave it at that. The reason I say that is because right down here is actually Chase. And Chase has some family issues going on. So let's go ahead and have a talk with him.
Don't touch me. I might catch something.
Hello, well, hello. I was about to tell you not to come any closer, but never seems to work, does it? Well, regardless, I shall remain true to the genre. Don't come any closer, or I'll jump. Yeah, you heard me. I'll do it, too. So don't come any closer. Again, and don't try to stop me. We could actually have some fun with this guy, because we can either say, okay, but that's not us. I mean, that's probably as much dialogue as you would get out of a half-orc. No, by all the gods mean don't jump. No, that's way too intelligent for an orc to say. Or by all means, jump if you must. More air for the rest of us. There's the evilness in us starting to speak. How could you be so callous? I am obviously in pain here. Have you no care for my needs? No, of course not. No one does. Not Mumsy, not Dedhams, not Jeeves. Well, I bet they're glad I've gone. In fact, I'd probably be doing them a favor. That's it. I will stay alive just to spite them. And that's the end of the story here. He walks away. So by telling him to jump and encouraging him, he came to his senses. Move on. there was nothing we could have done. Any choice you chose, he would have saved him. Now remember, this game is meant to be played by good people. Our evilness, believe it or not, is going to come out here shortly. I was starting to think if we were going to see it in this episode or not. But, oh yeah, we're going to see it. Moving on from town to town. Paul Rogers and Bad Company. Give me a call. Here we go. So we're going to clear this map. We will get into the second map. You know what? We didn't see were the black bears. The black bears are right here in this area. There's our wolf. And the first thing you want to do is make sure everybody has their ranged.
Yes.
I'm looking down here so I can see that they've got their ranged weapon selected. Because I'm one of those people that why engage in combat if you can take somebody out from a distance? And that is why the wolf never had a chance. And just to give you an idea of experience, we got 65 from that wolf, and that is divided by 6.
Agreed.
Oh, I'm glad he agreed with me. Now, I'm looking for the black bears in this area. And I'm going to hit pause as soon as I see them. If I see them. And I'm not going to spend too much time looking for them. Because there's there they are. They're behind us. Put a little distance between us here. Now, the bear is neutral as of now, but we're going to aggro the bear by instigating combat. So I'm going to select everybody. We're going to do this. This is like the aggro button right here. And we're going to hit the bear. And here we go.
Get over here.
And that quickly, we dropped them. So somebody must have gotten a critical hit. No critical hits, but just a lot of damage. Now the bear is worth 175 experience, which makes it the most valuable thing on this map. Now there is a second one around here someplace, but I don't think we're going to find him. Should we go further north? Because I really don't think it would be much further. If you needed to justify killing that bear, you can say that we're simply hunting for food to keep us on our trail. And there's the ambush site. I'm going to do a quick search here. What I'm doing here is I'm looking for the fog of war. All the black. I don't know if that's any black right there. But the OCD inside of me always has me clearing everything. And actually, it's not a bad idea to do that. Is that black right there? Or is that just a... I think it's the tree shadow. Yeah. The reason to clear the fog of war is that if ever you leave an area and if you return, just by clicking on opening up the entire region, you can already tell if you have been to that area before or not. Well, I don't think it's going to give me the second bear, which should be right around here. There's the wolf. And once again, I'm not going to spend too much time looking for this because we got places to go and people to see. All right, who's in favor of a little hobo murder action? Let's get it started. So we're going to come across a jolly old fat man here. And he's going to tell us about a couple individuals that are further up the road. Cole said, well, a busy day for me indeed. Strange noises throughout the night, and now a plethora of people strolling about the woods. You do look a touch more hospitable than the last two I met. Well met, stranger. I am Coulson. I have no reason to believe that Coulson is of evil intention just because of his dialogue. He still has that nice dialogue action, but if you read here, you look a touch more hospitable than the last two. So now that triggers our evil meter. So we know that there's going to be two people that we're going to meet that are inhospitable, and that is going to justify the actions that we take. Stand away from me. I would not say that to him. I have very little trust left. For, you know what? We may just go with this dialogue because that is going to trigger the reason for our retaliatory attitude towards evil people. So here we go. Let's do this one. Stand away from me. Well, I imagine you're either the cause or the victim of the carnage I heard to the north. Well, we're actually the victim of it, but believe you me, we're going to be causing a lot. Then it's a shame with the iron shortage, and there's the first we're hearing about the iron shortage has done to people's manners. You would do well to treat people you met with a bit more respect. You know what? Yeah, maybe we would, but you know what? We're done. Nope. What happened to Gorion just triggered us. At least you determine the threat or not. You'll not get far if you don't make friends. You know what? We kind of know who our friends are. As a matter of fact, we don't have anything against him. He's just reading us wrong. And that might be because we are half-orcish. So, anyway, there's a couple fellows on the road to the east that would suit your demeanor quite nicely. Yeah, well, let's go meet these two. I apologize for the outburst. I'm in dire straits. Can you help me? If I wished your opinion, I would have asked for it. Leave me be. You know what? Hey, man, I'm sorry. Okay. I have little advice to give, but goodwill. So see, now we had this little spat, and now we're good again. We're good. Traveling alone is almost certain death. You want to surround yourself with like-minded companions? Well, you can't get more like-minded than 5 other half-orcs. Making enemies in your party. Okay, aside from this tidbit, I'd say you're on your own. Good luck be with you. Peace be with you, and also with you. Boom. There we go. And that's Coulson. Let's move on. Moving on. Moving on. Now, remember what I said about meeting the edges of these regions? We can come over here, and that opens up this one. But we're not done yet. We're still over here. So let's come back and finish this map. And, of course, we could also go to the south and open up the southern map. And it's not a bad idea to try to open as much of this as possible, because that'll make for quicker navigation as you play. So this opened up High Hedge, which we're going to be spending some time there. But we're not done here yet.
For now.
Move on. And any second now. Boom. Okay. These two. This is Montaron. And this is Thar. Thar is the third most annoying person in this game. But for those of you that are not, I do have to play this dialogue. Only because it is such an awesome exchange. But we are not going to be nice to these people. That's all I got to say. So let's gather about a little bit closer. And let's have a talk with Thar. Brace yourself.
Montaron, you are so aggravating. She's disturbing to my demeanor.
Okay, so a little bit of background on these people. And if I had the detect evil spell, we would have detected evil in both of them. Thar is a necromancer. I believe he is chaotic evil. And Montaron is an evil halfling. They travel as a pair. And let's leave it at that. Thar, looks like you've been a bit roughed up. Indeed, I can offer holding potions if you wish, a token of my goodwill. So, now granted, we already don't like these guys. So, I'd be grateful for your assistance. No, we don't want anything to do with them. I prefer to manage on my own. I know you not and want none of your help. I think that's where we're going. Slap him in the face. Well, I never. And I need to... now you've gone and set them off. Blasted mage will blithe their hours. Off with ye. Okay, so I will not suffer of both of you. Anyway, I'm going to try to do this. And boom. See, they're leaving. But we're not going to let them leave that easy. We're gonna. So, I am going to take him
again
with your fillet knife and go after Montaron. Boom. These two are also going after Montaron. These three
again
are going after... I'm sorry, that's Thar. This is Montaron. Now, I've got to be quick to drop them before they leave the map. Let's see how this works. So now we dropped Montaron, but Thar is escaping. I am going to try to catch Thar while we can.
Get over here.
And nope, he got away. Which, it might be good, it might be bad. This is a Gibberling. These are a dime a dozen. That's how quickly that went. But you can see the stuff that Montaron dropped on the ground over here. So let's go back to Montaron. And the murder begins. So here we go. Let's pick up what he's got on the ground. I'm just going to use Grecius to pick up everything, and we will distribute later. There's really only one more thing that we need to interact with on this map, and then we can move on. So I'm going to clear the rest of the fog of war right now. And then we're going to go on to the next map. Another wolf. Go figure.
What is the plan?
Well, the plan is to kill the wolf.
Aid?
And drop him. There he goes.
With caution.
Notice I haven't done any saves in this game yet. That is because our party, as it stands right now, is probably stronger than anything else that we're going to encounter. So I feel pretty confident about what we're doing. If I thought there was a threat, I would be doing quick saves. And if you are not as experienced in this game, you might want to do quick saves as well. The last thing that we're going to interact with on this map is actually in a tree. And once again, Jared's eagle eye picked up the slight glimmer
You rang.
coming out of this tree right there.
I'm on it.
Now, you saw the NPC right over here. I am not going to engage every NPC in this game just because it's a lot of dialogue for no reason. But there is a diamond right there. So we're going to grab that. And now,
As needed.
time to go. We're finished with this map. You can, you can't see it. But trust me, we've cleared everything. This is our next destination right here. And actually, remember the Friendly Arm Inn that was mentioned? That is going to be our final destination, which we may or may not get to in this episode.
Oh, there, wanderer. Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Okay. Remember E, also known as Elminster? This is him. So, stay thy course as an old man, is nigh into the 10-day, since I've seen a soul walking about. That's interesting because Cole told us he's seen a lot of people walking about. Anyway, he's been without decent conversation. Traveling nowadays appears to be the domain of either the desperate or the deranged. If thou wouldn't pardon my intrusion, which one are you? So, I'm going to keep my cool with this guy. Not to imply anything, but how do you measure up to your own standards? Pestering straight. Okay, that is not half-orc language, so skip that. A fair bit desperate, actually. Might you know the way to the Friendly Arm Inn? I was told I might meet some friends there. Not very authoritative. I am not so stupid as to listen to strangers in the middle of nowhere. No matter how infirm they appear to be, off with you. Yeah, that's probably what a half-orc would say to a crazy wizard. Well, deranged it is. I shall leave thee, if that is what you wish. Heed my parting words, however. Treat strangers with a little bit more respect, at least until you can determine whether they are a threat. Once again, there is the reason for the detect evil. Now, I'm going to still try to stay cool with people we meet, but we do not tolerate evil. Do not dally about in these roads. Okay, anyway, Friendly Arm Inn is to the north. There we go. Boom. And that is where we're heading. So, but before we go to the Friendly Arm Inn, there is something that is shining over here. And we made quick work of that gibberling. This time, Grecius sees something in this rock, and it caught his eye. And what are you? You're a wolf. Okay, let's deal with the wolf first.
Get over here. Against me.
Okay, now, what did you find in the rock? A ring. Notice the blue hue on the ring? It is magical. We're going to take it. Once again, if you don't know what it does, do not put it on your person. It just so happens we do know what it does. See this 0 armor class? Boom, -1. Remember, the lower the better. It is a ring of protection, also known in the enhanced edition as Ring of the Princes. It is a +1 ring of protection. Back to the game. Boom. And now
For now.
Off to the north. To the north. King of the North. And another Gibberling.
Get over here.
Another me. 2. Boom. Come on, drop them. Oh, I guess I don't have the auto thing going here. Which is interesting because they should have dropped them.
You're already dead.
We'll go ahead and mess with that in the next episode. But for now, we want... Oh, there's another one. Awesome. And you're down. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. And out of this world. And we are going to the north. Friendly Arm Inn, also known as Winterfell. No, let's enter. So we're going to travel there. Cutscene. And we're standing outside the Friendly Arm Inn. And I think we are going to...
At any cost.
Let's go in. Now, there's going to be a quest right here. But I don't think I want to do the quest first because I don't like to travel in the dark. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go inside the inn. Oh man, I don't have infravision. It doesn't look like it. I'm going to go up to the wall of the inn over here. And we're just going to kind of follow the... You know what? I don't want to follow the wall down. I actually want to stay outside of that. Anyway, to the stables. Let's try to clear as much of this outside area as we can. Because this, again, is another one of those areas where I want to clear everything. And we're just kind of walking around. There is an entrance to the inn over here, which I really hope we can see shortly. Okay, there's the guard. This is the entrance to the Glitter Gold's temple. So we've already gone too far. Back up. And right here, this is the entrance to the inn. So I am going to assume the position. And, no, that's too far. Okay, fortunately it didn't trigger who's there. There's spoiler alert for you. And I am going to send Grecius forward. So.
Again?
Because there is a character standing up here.
Yes. The cloak of shadows descends over the land.
Okay. Now, the first thing I would have done with this dude here, Tarnish, is cast that Detect Evil on him. I already know that this is a mage assassin. So, I am not even going to give him an opportunity to engage us into combat. I am simply going to right away go aggro on him with everybody.
What is the plan?
And then see what happens. Because this guy could actually do some damage to us. Here we go.
Get over here.
Okay, he did, because of our aggro, he went ahead and turned hostile. I did take my shot at him.
You
now
aid?
I'm going to go ahead and two-hand weapon this dude. And these guys are going to continue with their missile weapons. And, okay, good, good, good. We cut him down before he got his spell off. And that's exactly what we wanted to do. This is his note right here. It is a bounty notice. Be it known to all those of evil intent, and we are going to destroy them all, that a bounty has been placed upon the head of Grecius, the foster child of Gorion, last seen in Candlekeep, This person is to be killed in quick order. Those returning with proof of the deed shall receive no less than 200 gold. Keep an eye on this gold amount as we progress through the game. As always, if any reveal the plans, you're going to meet the same fate. So here we go. Now, let's go ahead. Scrag. No, Morg. You're right. He collects the scrolls and the letters. You might as well pick that up also. And now we're entering the inn.
For now.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Okay. In the enhanced edition, they stuck Dorn over here. Dorn is a half-orc blackguard. And in order to begin Dorn's quest, you must talk to him here. I'm going to try to keep my patience with Dorn because I want his side quest. So let's see how this dialogue goes.
At any cost.
It's about time. Bring me another flagon of ale.
Okay, so this guy already has an attitude. I think you mistaken me for somebody else, or I'm not your servant. Get your own ale. There's our half-orc response.
Then
Boom.
why do you bother me? Be gone.
Nothing would please me more.
Hey, friend. Good to meet a fine sod such as yourself.
Okay, this is Joppy. Joppy, he's got an uncle out in Baldur's Gate. Basically, the roads are cut off. How come the roads are cut off? What does your uncle do? I'm going to go with the shorter of... No, you know what? I don't really give a rat's arse what his uncle does. Why are the roads cut off? Well, where you been the past few months? The roads are crawling with brigands and bandits. Oh, good. That's more for us. Every scrap of iron. Okay, surely you fled a trip here, lest you came on the west road. Yes, we did. Well, for your sake and mine, I hope the roads clear up soon. Why is the west still up? You know, we came from there. That's why. Boom. Oh, so here we go. I sure ain't going anywhere. Now, I'm going to go ahead and send Jared into the kitchen because he's looking for food. But in this little cabinet here is a potion of healing. And we're still in that area where we're not going to get flagged for doing things we're not supposed to. Let's go ahead and meet the people that we were supposed to meet here.
Yes. Think carefully.
They are over here. This is Khalid. And this is Jahira. But you know what? I think we're going to talk to them in the next episode. You know what? We can do it now. Let's do it now. So we're going to talk to Jahira because she's actually the lead. See, the woman is the boss here.
How long must we wait here? Things stir to the south as we sit.
Good day, friend. You are the child of Gorion, are you not? I recognize you from his letters. He writes very often. Forgive my manners. I am Jahira. This is Khalid, my husband. Good to know you. You know what? Maybe let's change our order of irritating people a little bit. Khalid would get the number 3 spot for the most irritating person. We haven't met number 1 yet. But it's safe to say that Emoin gets number 2. Khalid gets number 3 just because of his stuttering issue. And Emoin gets number 4. We are old friends of your adopted father. He's not with you. We must assume the worst. He would not permit his only child to go around without his accompaniment. If he has passed... Excuse me. If he has passed, we share your loss. Gorion often said he'd worry for your safety, even at the expense of his own. Yeah, he kind of paid. He wishes that Khalid and I would come with you to be your guardians if you met the ultimate end. However, the choice of your companionship should be your own. So you know what we're going to do? We would travel with you until you get settled in. But you know what? I really do have a good lot of people. I am going to welcome them only because they have gifts for us. So I need to drop 2 of my people. So we're going to drop Morg and we're going to drop Jared. And now that puts Khalid and Jahira in our group. Now,
servant awaits.
What are they going to give us to help us on our trip? Well, there's a suit of leather. We'll take that. Quarterstaves are not worth anything. This is a potion of giant... Oh, it's a potion of invisibility. Okay, we can use that. I thought it was giant strength for some reason. But we'll figure out where that's coming from. So we've taken Jahira's gifts. What does Khalid have for us? Khalid has... I'm not taking the helmet. It's only worth 1. But he's got splint mail. Yes, we will take that. We will also take your longsword because that is coin. And we have another potion of healing that we will drop here until further notice. Oh, and a shield. I think shields might be worth more than 1. Not quite sure yet. But you know what? You can keep your helmet. We're good with that. So now that we're done with them, we've taken their gifts.
Can I help you?
Yeah, let's go ahead and reform. And we're going to remove Jahira. And she auto-removes Khalid as well.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
She auto-removes Khalid because they travel as a pair, just like the previous couple, Montaron and Zar. They travel as a pair. So what we're going to do now is we are going to re-invite...
Again?
We're going to re-invite... Are you Morg or are you Scrag? No, you're Khalid. You are Jared.
Think carefully.
I want him first because I'm filling them in order. And then that must mean you're Morg.
Go on then.
Yes. Okay, we got our party together again. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through everything that we own. And this is where I start dividing things up. Hold on 1 second. I refer to that as gringo nose because for some reason spices and sneezing sets my nose off, but that's not part of this adventure. Okay, I am going to already divide up all of our stuff into our different members. So remember, Golgfag carries all the weapons. So I'm going to go ahead and dump all of the weapons into Golgfag's inventory. And my reasoning for doing this is inventory control. When you sell stuff, if one person has all the weapons, you will get the top dollar for all of them. If you have, say, 3 longswords on Grecius, and then Golgfag comes in with 2 more longswords, those 2 longswords will actually lose value. So it is best to sell in bulk when you can. The potions go to the doctor, which is actually going to be our defensive. That's speed, so speed goes to you. I am going to use you for weapons. I think I'm going to use you for armor. So you're going to get the leather. You're going to get the leather. And I'm going to keep that. The gems go to the thief. And any scrolls that we get are going to go to Morg. So now you see each person has an assigned job as to what they can carry. Now, before we go in, you are going to exchange your chainmail for splint. You're going to give this chainmail to Groth. Potion of healing is going to go up here. And the first thing I'm going to do here is start organizing. See, I don't want him with armor. Boom. I'm going to start organizing my weapons here for the most efficiency. So there's that. We could put a dagger there. We could put the dagger there. Take this, put it over here. Take another longsword, put it right there. Another dagger is going to go there. You can go there. You can go there. Shield goes to the armor carrying person. And then we've got the Morning Star and we've got that. And that's going to get us top dollar for when we sell things. You have nothing to sell. You've got armor and you've got your hammer. Awesome. See, so the hammer, without the hammer, he needs the 20 to hit. With the hammer, he's going to need 17. So that is where that comes in handy. And we're going to equip that. And now, I think everybody else has studded leather. So I'm going to give this to the armor carrier. This is the armor carrier. Ha ha ha. Okay, put the leather together, put the shield over there, and that's what you're selling. I do not sell potions. Oh, we have this. Okay, there's that. This is going to Scrag. And I'm going to stick you right there. You go there. You go there. Okay. And the mace, put that up there. Drop that down there. This is going to go in the fast ready area. And for these two, until further notice, I'm going to store them here just so we can store more stuff in here. Moving on. Jared, what do you got? You're not using that. You've got a dagger. Dagger goes to the weapon person. You've got, boom, top that off. You've got this wand of magic missiles, which we're giving to Morg. You've got potions of speed, which are going to go there. You've got potion of healing, which is going to go there. And you got some gems, which are for selling. Awesome. And now, Morg. You have some scrolls that we're going to sell. I will sell the bounty notices. You only get like 1 gold piece for them, but there's no need to carry them around. And for my fast, quick action, I'm going to put the wand of magic missiles right there, just so he can do it in combat if we need to. We're ready to go. Let's sell some stuff and get a room for the night, and then we're going to call it the episode. So, grab our party, talk to, is it Bentley? It is Bentley, Mirror Shade.
At any cost.
At any cost. God, I love my gnomes. So not many travelers have been through here lately with what I'm supposed to the troubles down to the south. What can I do for you? Once again, this guy, he hasn't done anything wrong to us, so we're still cool with him. What do you have to sell me? So we got rooms, which we'll do, but first I want to get rid of some of the stuff that we got. So let's go to here, or we can listen to rumors. You would probably think that the half-orcs would go nuts with the drinks, but we need to keep a clear mind. Magic items, if you don't identify them, they're only going to give you 1 gold piece for them. So always identify before selling a magic item. And just out of curiosity, let's look to see what he's got available. Club, flail, maces, morning star. He's got more composite bows. He's got long bows, short bows, daggers, blah, blah, blah. Slings, good to know. We could top off on arrows and bolts if we needed to. I don't think we're going to because we still have quite a few. We could purchase the splint mail. But you know what? I think we're at a point where we don't need to purchase any more armor. Plate mail would be nice. Spoiler alert. Next episode. Buckley's Buckler. This is the first magic item we come across. So it is a rectangle of a mammoth hides on this shield. No amount of cleansing can dispel it. But anyway, what does it do? This gives armor class +1 and constitution +1. I normally don't purchase this right away, but no amount of cleansing can dispel this from this. However, the Melodious shield fortifies its. You know what? If I've got the funds, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy it. So you know what? For you know what? Doggone it, we do have the funds. We'll get to it. You know what? Doggone it, buy it. Boom. Okay, now let's go down and start selling some stuff. He's got long swords that are worth 3. The daggers are only worth 1. The short bows are worth 7. The Morningstar short sword are both 2, and another dagger at 1. Well, you can't go lower than 1, so that is how that worked out. But if these were split up, chances are we would only get 1 or 2 for the ones that weren't included in the first package. So there's another 28 gold for that. Leather's worth 10. We'll take the studded. We'll take this. Sell you back a shield. And see, quarter staves aren't even worth anything in this game because anybody can pick up a stick and swing it. Sell those. You've got potions that are not for sale. Now, here we go. Now we're getting into the big bucks. Link's gemmas, there's only one of them because just like we did with our bullets and our arrows, if there are multiples, we can put them all together into one sale. So we're going to sell this, sell this. The diamond we found in the tree is worth 500. And we got a ring here that's worth 30. Awesome. Big bucks. Boom. And notice the red. We cannot use any scrolls in this game. So basically, we're going to take whatever we can get for them. And even this bounty notice here is worth 1. So we're just going to sell all of this stuff. And nice. Sell it. Oh my gosh, I did not see that one. And notice how it went from 50 down to 45. So that sucked. Okay, we're done here. Let's go ahead and first of all, I want to give this buckler to Jared. And this is going to, I don't remember what it said. It was for his constitution and his armor class. That is interesting because now that he's got a 20 constitution, he is going to heal himself as we travel. Kind of like Kagan does, and we'll meet Kagan later on down the road too. Does not protect against those. That's okay. We'll still take that. So yeah, take it, and you're going to be selling. Boy, they look alike. And just so we don't mix them up, I'm getting rid of this out of his inventory. Just like that. Okay, back to the game. Select everybody. Everybody is selected. Let's get a room for the night.
My inn is open to all who behave themselves.
Good to know. And we're going to get a room. You know what? We're good with a peasant's room. Boom. We'll pay 1 gold for it. Rent it. Even though, shoot, I could have the next time. The next time we rest, I need to change my spells so I can get that detect evil in. Okay. Because we actually are going to, in the next episode. Anyway, we rested for 8 hours. So that means when we leave the inn, it should be daylight. We're done. And you know what we're going to do? We are good to go. Let's go ahead and go. Let's hang out right here for the night because we got some stuff to do. All right, man. Word from our sponsor, me, Grumpy Gnome. If you are watching me on Twitch, please go ahead and hit that follow button so you can follow my live streams. If you are watching me on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and you can hit the little ringle-dingle bell that goes with it to be notified when I upload new videos. If you do either of those things, obviously share them with all of your family, friends, and pets, and then tell 10 more people about my channels. If you don't know 10 more people, please tell those people, please tell 5 people twice. If you don't know 5 people, go out, buy a hamster, name the hamster Boo, and if you get that reference, which if you played this game you will, leave a comment below. I am Grumpy Gnome. I'm out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much for coming with me. This is it.